Hello, welcome to Everyday Woman, a show where real women talk about real issues. Now ladies, there has been a big upset at the public libraries because now there are, the websites, the public libraries' websites, people can look at porn. And there's kids at the library. Now they can look over people's shoulders and see them looking at porn.
Right, and the City Council just ruled that it was free speech issue, which actually is really not accurate because the Supreme Court already ruled on this in 2003 and said that it was perfectly acceptable to have filters, software filters on the computers at the library, and 17% of the libraries, public libraries across the country already have those filters. So it's not really a free speech issue. And additionally, there is a limited amount of space at a library. You can't put every book there. You can't,
Why do we always go to the free speech? No matter when it comes to morals or values, we always holler, free speech. You're taking away my speech rights. And I think we become a nation that's so corrupt because we want to hide behind that.
I think it's a fear of lawsuits, a fear of, oh my God, I'm not being constitutional. I think it's this kind of being scared of its own shadow.
Bring your kid to the library and they're walking past someone's screen and they see porn, that's the fear.
And how safe is it for my child to be at a place where there's a grown man there looking at porn? Because I feel like if somebody wants to do that in public, there's something going on with him. So that already is an issue for the safety of our children. Because why would you want to look at that in public?
Well, you can be working on a term paper. You can be working on a sociology
project.
That's
the argument is that you might be doing research.
Well, then you can do that at your college.
Well, a lot of people go to the library, Natasha, because they don't have the internet access. So that's what the argument is. I don't have internet in my dorm room or at my home, so I'm going to go to the library, which is a public place.
There's also an increase of viruses and other problems with regards to porn websites. So it seems to me that you're going to have more taxpayer dollars going to clean computers, to fix things. The librarians are going to have to spend a lot more time on it because they have to make sure the children are shielded and this and that. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense.
Not to mention the libraries in LA now, they're trying to start a bill so that they can charge people to use the internet. Now we already pay our tax dollars for this library. So now we're going to have to pay to use the internet and be susceptible to looking at people there looking at porn.
You know what I'd like to submit? I think that this is another example as to why home training is so important, because we're increasingly seeing situations in our society that, if we're not careful, could corrupt the family values. So now the conversation that I have to have with my children are, when we go to the library, you may see something that you're not used to. Don't let it sway you, but move forward. Because what is it now? Now my kids can't do a project because some man or some woman wants to
you could see somebody sitting on the street. Now we have all these computers.
Absolutely.
And you could see porn on somebody's. So I mean, it's not. I mean, to me, that isn't as much the issue as the fact of practicality. I mean, that to me is more the issue than, oh, we need to protect our children. I mean, I agree with you. The home is where you discuss these things with kids, but in public places it's perfectly legal to look at porn, and a kid could see that. So it's not like the library is any different than the park or the sidewalk.
On the iPhone and a bus, and a kid can see that.
Exactly.
Do we want to sit in the chairs behind people who've been watching porn?
We don't, but then do you
Natasha, I knew it was coming. I love, but getting back to what Charlotte said, Charlotte, I would submit that we be careful with that, because you're right, you can do just about anything in public, but at what point does that start pulling away at the fiber, right? You're right, you can.
Well, I think that's a free speech issue, and I think you do have free speech rights in public to look at your porn on your little computer as you walk around. I mean, I think that is a free speech issue.
You're right, and that's why I say that's why I think that to excuse our morals and our values, we just say, I have that free speech. You're exactly saying what I was talking about. We hide behind, I have the right to do that, and
well, I don't think I'm hiding behind it.
Well, that's you, no,
I never
you, Miss Charlotte. You would never hide, Dr. Laws.
Never hide.
It's just something to think about. I think that we're going in a different direction.
Yeah. And I don't like the fact that my tax money is going for somebody who wants to look at porn.
Girl, your tax money is going to a lot of places. Okay.
Well, I just think that it's, as I said, I don't think censorship is the issue. And when I submitted my book, I had a book in the 1980s to the library to be part of the catalog, and they did not include it.
Have to come back to that.
This is the 1980s.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it came out in the 80s.
Okay, thank you, and we'll be right back.